We're going to take a look at what is a strong art program. Now, everyone has a different idea of what a strong program is to them. Are you concerned about the number of students in your program? Are you concerned about the quality of work? Are you concerned about the number of students majoring in art or going to an art school? Are you looking at your AP program? We just need to set parameters in order to start thinking about growth. We have a download, 7 qualities of a strong art program, and while we understand that everyone's situation is different, these 7 qualities really hit on the big points. So I'm going to go over the download with you so that you know kind of what to assess your program with, and then we'll go over some more resources that we have for you to do that with. So one of the qualities that we have is a shared vision for curriculum programming. So your art team or your art department, or even if that's just you have a clear vision of where you want your program to go. And what that has to do with curriculum or numbers, but you have a vision of what you want that to look like. You can revisit, you can revamp the curriculum, but either way, you know where you want it to go. Number 2 involves diverse perspectives and experiences. So you're willing to bring and teach in all sorts of students with all different backgrounds. You want to grow your program in order for it to be diverse level-wise, technique-wise, talent-wise. You want to include diverse perspectives and experiences in your art room. And then you employ high qualified educators. So that's typically everybody highly qualified to get hired, but you want to make sure that that's one of the things that our program is known for. Number 4, promotes a clear understanding of students, school, and community. You need to be familiar and responsive to the needs and history of the schools surrounding you and your community. You need to include a spectrum of engaging and relevant activities and opportunities. So a variety of projects, approaches, things that your students might be seeing out in the community, things that are relevant to them and current. You want to foster a school environment where the visual arts can grow and thrive. So intentionally seek out the ways that your program can do that. And then you want to build appreciation and support for the arts education. And this one is important, not that they're not all important, but you can definitely take what you have in your classroom if you're the one to start this trend of growth and implement it in other things and just kind of broaden that horizon so that your program can be more out there and start growing. So we have a few more downloads for this. We have an art program assessment. So you're usually using the 7 qualities that we talked about to assess your own program as it stands now. Areas of strength and areas of growth for 1 through 7. And this one is really what started my own personal journey with program growth. So I did something very similar to this, where I just assessed where we were, and I'm going to do that now. But I just talked about, okay, what our program strengths were, what we were weakest in, and then what ideas we had to grow or where we wanted to go, and then what are some things that were stopping us from doing that. And so I'm going to walk you through that now, and I'm going to just use what we have now. And even if you are in a great program and you feel like it's fine where it is, I mean, you can take your program and move it further and grow it further. There's always room for growth. So right now, our program, we're really good in numbers. I mean, we're trying to figure out how we can include more students all the time. More students are wanting to take our classes, which is great. So we have numbers. We have variety. Also, we have Art 1, Drawing 2, 3, 4, and AP. We have Painting 2, 3, and 4, and we have Ceramics 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we also have Sculpture 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we have 3D AP, which is great. So we're really good with variety. And we also have a really good number of staff. We have 4 staff members on our art team right now. We can always go for one more and build our family that way. It would really help out, even out our big classes, but we're good where we are now. Our weaknesses, I think our 2D needs a little bit of work. I would like to grow, and we've been working on growing our specific tracks. So we have different tracks. Once you take an Art 1 class at our high school, you can pick painting, drawing, ceramics, or sculpture. So I want to build the other tracks. So painting is well on its way. We definitely need a little bit more work in ceramics and sculpture. And I want to make sure that our foundations class, our Art 1 class, is the strongest it could possibly be. Right now, it's hit or miss because everybody teaches it differently. So Art 1 Align. Okay. And some ideas that I have for growth or where I want to see us go is I want everybody to be able to have the numbers, and I would like for there to be an AP level for everyone. Obstacles to growth are definitely scheduling. It's hard. It's hard to get our scheduling with the way our schedule is built. It's hard for our students to continuously take classes. Sometimes they have to wait a semester, sometimes they have to wait a year to take a class, and that kind of messes up their flow and then our flow into getting them to where they need to go. And then, this is another scheduling issue, but space in their schedule and the time. We have a lot of level 1 classes, so having our teachers have an open space in their time to teach high-level classes is very few and far between. So I'm gonna say teacher time. Okay, so this is typically how I started when I decided that, hey, I think we can go further. So I just assessed quickly where our program was, and you can do this as an art team or as an individual if that is you, but I just quickly assessed where we are, what we're good at, what we need a little bit of help with, where we want to go, and what are some obstacles that are stopping from getting us there. So this is just a quick program growth at a glance, and then you can use the big one, program growth assessment, in conjunction with the 7 qualities of a strong art program to further assess your program if that's what you would like to do, so that you have a little bit more of a strong base to stand on, so that you can kind of dig in deeper to see what you really need to work on. Next, we're going to take a look at developing a program development mindset.